The Canada Winter Games are less than a year away, and Council is getting antsy. The organizing committee's fundraising goal has yet to reach its target, and Council wants to be sure there won't be a bill for the taxpayers at the end of the line.
Of the 2015 Canada Winter Games, history begins in Prince.
Since winning the bid to host the Canada Winter Games, much has transpired. Sponsors have come on board, the hunt is underway for volunteers, and fundraising has been underway. The organizing committee recently presented Council with an update on that front, and for the first time, civic officials expressed anxiety over the Games' finances.
We have promised that at the end of the day, there won't be debt left over for this community after the levy. And the Council came forward and said that they were very comfortable with where they were on track as far as sponsorship and the money. But that left $4.5 million outstanding with just over 300 days to go.
But the organizing committee says ticket sales have yet to start, and that will generate roughly $1 million, adding it is not uncommon for fundraising efforts to continue right up until the torch is lit.
We're confidently optimistic. Typically the games raise money right up to you're lighting the flame and getting going, and that's been the model. And the last few games, last 4 games for sure, have had a surplus at the end of them because you never get your eye off the mark. And our deal is to make sure that we not only get to zero, but that we can leave a financial legacy for the community.
As a cushion, the committee has instituted a 10% holdback on its operating budget.
You're always watching your expenses to make sure your revenues and your expenses are lined up. So internally, we didn't want to make it a cut. We called it a holdback only because we wanted to make sure that we balanced that. We certainly want to deliver the games at the business plan level, but we also didn't want to get ahead of our expenses on our revenues.
Councillor Dave Wilbur is optimistic, but cautiously so. He doesn't want the city taxpayers getting a bill when the games are done. It was Wilbur who suggested more frequent updates.
Over the last 6 months, the progress was less than 5% of the total that they wanted to get. I know that only leaves $4.5 million, and in the parlance of a big operation like that, that seems maybe paltry to them, but it's not to me and to our taxpayers. So one of the thoughts I had, come back more often, and you can be relieved of that opportunity by saying the money's all in.
The federal government has yet to top up its commitment by $2 million. In total, the Games funding is more than $42 million. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.